Y'all, why they have to end it like that? That was just an attack. Alrighty, my friends, we are about to dive into the last two episodes of A Place Further Than the Universe. I have already seen the last two episodes of Laid Back Camp, nearly cried at the end there. And of course, if you're watching this reaction and you've watched the Laid Back Camp reactions, you would already know this by now. But in case you didn't, all of my reactions to season 1 and 2 of Laid Back Camp are out. There's some issues with season 1 if you were like, oh wow, you've seen season 1. So definitely click the link below. That should take you to the proper place for you to see like the proper reactions. Yes. Anyway, this show I really have enjoyed this show. It's very similar to Laid Back Camp, but yet completely different. So except for like girls and winter and kind of adventures, there's really not too much similar actually between the show. I've said this a lot of times before. Also, unlike Laid Back Camp, which obviously there's plans to do a movie and they're going to definitely do more seasons. The Place Further Than the Universe, this is definitely one of those one-season animes. Now, most of the animes I've watched have been multiple seasons, or have promised for multiple seasons, because someday we will get The Ancient Magus Bride Season 2. Someday, apparently, we were supposed to get it, I think, this past year, but no, it didn't happen. Anyway, this is definitely a one-season anime show. Like, I watched Decadence, and someone had mentioned, though, that, based upon, I guess, my previous reaction, is that Decadence was a completely original anime. They said A Place Further Than the Universe was also an original anime that was turned into a manga. So, it is cool to kind of hear, like, those stories, because everything seems to be, like, manga. Well, most of it, I think, is, like, here's the manga, to sell more manga, let's make an anime, and do all that. So there's definitely, like, a business plan pattern there. But it is kind of cute, like, oh no, this is this, or oh no, this is different because of this. Or no, it actually is very, like, all the others in terms of, like, it happened like this, and this happened, and this happened. But it's cute to see this with kind of an original anime, and then it was turned into a manga. Just because, maybe because the nature of the show actually has very similarities to Decadence, where there's certain aspects, it's a feeling I can't put my finger on. I'll be like, oh, you know what? That makes sense that this was an original anime turned into a manga versus vice versa. There's nothing really else to add. We're just getting little bits and pieces from certain characters and about certain characters. You're just like, okay. But the relationship dynamics between these girls have been very fun and interesting because they didn't know each other at all. Even though Shirasa and Kimmy went to the same school, they like never interacted with each other. Probably didn't have really any classes together, it seems. And so it's kind of cute to see this friendship grow out of a common goal. And which is a little bit different than with Laid Back Camp. Laid Back Camp, Aki and Ao know each other. They grew up together. And probably Rin also grew up together and know each other really well. And the Deshiko grew up somewhere else, and she's kind of the catalyst that brought this group together. The difference being, so there were some like established friendships. This is very different, where there were absolutely no established friendships, actually no established relationships. It wasn't even like Kimuri and Shirasa were classmates. Were really like they knew each other well through school. I don't think Kimuri knew who she was. Only Kimuri's friend knew who she was. So it's been cute, this little group together, and everything they've gone through and all these connections they've made. This is no doubt going to be one of those things where they will be friends for the rest of their lives. It's super cute, but there's just a lot going. I don't know. I'm curious to see what else we'll learn about the Arctic and their project and what's going on. But since there's only 2 episodes left, clearly the girls are only going to be there for a short period of time versus the rest of the group, like Totojin and all the others. They're going to stay there and work, and I'm assuming the girls are going to go back because they're only with them for a short period of time, also because they're civilians. So they've only planned to have them for a short period of time. That's kind of so cool. Now the next episode, interestingly enough, is titled, this episode, interestingly enough, is titled A Place Further Than the Universe. It is actually the title of the series. Whereas 13 is We'll Go On Another Journey Someday. So it's kind of interesting that this episode is not the last episode just because of name things, but it doesn't have to be. Ooh. Anyway, without further ado, if you're watching, if you're watching on YouTube, there's no sound, partial image keeps copyright monsters at bay. But there's a countdown timer, you can follow along. Sometimes I pause at the halfway point if I need to, but let's dive in. Oh, those are middle school uniforms. Oh crap, it's a flashback. That's her daughter too. Like that's her maternal grandmother, isn't it? They all lived in the same house, didn't they? That feeling of like her mom and maybe returning and all of that. Oh, that's the saddest little stage 12. That's the saddest little thing ever. I think it's very bad memories. What? Is she doing her hair? What's happening here? She cut her hair way too short. She used to cut it? Oh my gosh. Oh. Not. Oh, so the Japanese were the cause of all these irritating issues with the ozone hole and blah blah blah. There is a thinning, but it's not a hole. Because no, we can blame the Japanese for this one. Just messing with y'all. Oh, we haven't had the intro. She's been hanging out with a cat and others, but also just still struggling. I mean, she saw it. That's not. That's not beers. That's. Oh, it is Coca Cola. I was like, it was from beers. Coca Cola. I like how Ross can oddly read her quickly. Is she being funny? No. She's having a hard time talking with her. I guess she usually doesn't, but Ross is very closed off today. Oh, they're peeling onions. Forgot her mom actually wrote that book. She wrote that book, but then she went. Okay. It's kind of been inside for a while. Cut to the onion. Even though it's kind of true. I guess there's a part for those hoping is that her mom would miraculously be there. And it's not gonna be this big reunion with her mom. And then she won't have that goal anymore because she was so focused on this for so long, and now she's done it. Oh, Ginchan. That's cute, Wilson. Cute. So the girls tend to be on. Oh, I totally got distracted by so much. I was like, why is her hair pulled back and ponytail? Oh, because the other one cut her hair and screwed it up. That sounded like a real quick though. So the girls tend to be on kitchen duty then. Is that it? Well, everybody is on kitchen duty, but they can do very cute. I love these supporting characters. They kind of really make this. Yeah. Oh, Yuzuki. She's so cute. Their relationship dynamic is so tense and odd. You gotta really pay attention if like I'm missing something whenever they talk. That's true of her too. It's true. All that money and she's raised and held on to and all of that. Oh, all the jobs that she did. She knows exactly where she got all this money from. Oh, you know, I realized that it's so crinkled. So I don't. I think she's been doing that a lot recently. That's cute. Who drew that? Ooh. That's so cute. And I think Ted again still looking at her. That's so cute. Yeah. We're halfway. I have nothing else to say. Let's just keep going. Well, they didn't work. Oh, I see. Oof, so much complicated stuff. Yeah, just swaths of white. Isn't it crazy to think about even people like had expeditions to this world back in like the 1800s when they didn't have all these fancy machinery? A lot of people died. Just a lot of men died just to pursue this. Oh, only 5 miles per hour, yeah. They can't go very fast, especially with all the material. Not a pleasant ride, clearly. Mm. Oof. Cover your face, cover your face. What did you try hammering with it? Gonna get really cold. Mm. They're both terrifying. So what happened to Toka? Her mom? Tokoka. Takoka. Oh, I keep forgetting how to say her name. Yeah, it's weird. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. This is what happened to her though. She tried to go between cars and it just. It's scary. Even the adults are stressed, but they also remembered last time something like this happened. Oh, did she unclip and run back? She got buried in snow, didn't she? Well, this is a heavy episode. That's why we didn't get the intro. You always know it's gonna be an intense episode when you don't get the intros. It's like she's the ghost of a moment. It's scary. No. It's terrifying. What is this, go fish or something? He keeps beating him. Oh, she's using her banana again. Don't do that to Kimmery. What's she doing? That's cute. Kimmery and Yuzuki are singing. They're making them all sing. Oh yeah, sure. This is terrible singer. I forgot about that. Oh, they're so cute. They're little penguins, little penguin. This is what they were going for this whole time. Or is it the? Oh, it's the old station, isn't it? First team observation site. Of course not. That's gonna take a long time, probably over a decade or more of doing that. Oh my gosh, they're they are good friends. They do love each other. her laptop. So Takako went back for her laptop because it has that on it. Oh, guys, this is hurting. So they got about the stuff, they did all what they needed to do, and then they came back to the station. Yeah, it worked! I just realized it's a Windows. It's her name, isn't it? Oh my gosh. So those are all the emails that she sent since she lost her mom, isn't it? Oh. She's... She sent her an email every year, every day, didn't... She sent an email every day since she found out that her mom was missing. All those emails. Which unfortunately was the confirmation that her mom did die out there. Because she's missing her mom, also her body was never found. And who knows, in a morbid way, maybe when they start digging and clearing and making more airs, they'll eventually find it, which is its own kind of pain. Dang. This was a heavy episode. No intro, no cute, sweet little outro. A very sad song. Crying. I like how they were so fierce for her and looked for it and found that for her, and while she was inside of her room mourning her mom. They were outside mourning with her. Gosh darn it. They were so cute and so sweet. Y'all, I can't keep crying when I'm watching like every show I've watched just made me cry. It's not funny. Y'all, okay, it's just too much on the system. Oh, I guess we need to get all of our mourning and all of our sadness out for this episode, because the next episode is going to be kind of this was the cathartic release that we have been building up to this whole season. What's also great about this episode is, last episode we got the kind of unique intensity and sweetness that is Hanana and Shiraz, and before that we got the ease and the camaraderie that comes kind of naturally between Kimuri and Yuzuki. So Yuzuki is the most irritation. But then we also got reminded this episode that, Shiraz and Kimuri, like Shiraz has been, it all came down to the 1,000,000 yen. To all that money that Shiraz had raised and had kept with her all the time, which is kind of dangerous. And part of the reason I think that's why it was why the package was crumpled the way it was. But also I think the fact that it was also crumpled is because I think she's been doing that, been counting and kind of cataloging in her brain how and where and she got all the money and kind of that reaction. So I think she's been doing that. She's done that multiple times while there. Maybe leading up, because the package didn't look as crumpled or as bad at the start of it all. But yeah, this was, but a lot of Shiraz really wanted to go, but she was also stuck, and Kimuri was stuck in her own personal life, and kind of with the 1,000,000 yen and connecting with Shiraz and all of that really was changing, literally life-changing for Kimuri. And it was also Kimuri's boldness and support of her that helped them move forward and, to go on these trips. And then talking about it helped them connect, with Miss Eavesdropping Hanana. And then all of that boldness connected and overflowed and drew Yuzuki. And so it's this trip, this series, in a lot of ways has been kind of crazy in its feel of it, of like how it started to where it is now. Yeah, it feels so much longer than just a few months or a handful of, well, more than a handful of weeks, because there's 13 episodes. So clearly I've been doing this for over, what was it, probably 10 weeks, 8 weeks, I think. Yeah, 8 weeks. So wow, that was heavy. Y'all, I can't keep crying on screen. It's not funny anymore. Anyway, we finished the second to last episode. We have one more episode left, so if you're watching the reaction, it should be out by now. Again, all of this is good and ready to go, so unless you've only been watching this for a few minutes, wait for it. The last episode reaction will come out. And of course, we're taking a little bit of a break, and then Anime Thursday, the new Anime Thursday anime, Hibike Euphonium, which I heard is its own kind of interesting funness. A beautiful anime by KyoAni that is a bit more closer to home, because it's about music and band, which is what I was a part of in high school and in college, so I'm going to have a lot to say about that. I actually understand a lot what's going on, so I'll feel very, I'll probably have too many flashbacks on that one. But it is nice to kind of dive into animes that really kind of help us kind of expose us to other things, other like camping or research in the Antarctic or history of research in the Antarctic. But of course, what's fun about every great anime is the character interactions and the character growth. It's cool to have fight scenes, if like a shonen, or it's cool to have, you know, tidbits and food and all that. But what makes the characters fun and relatable are their personalities and what you can kind of connect with and hold on to. So it's been really nice. 1 episode left. I'm gonna assume it's not as painful as this one, but we're gonna be done with the aftermath of it. But thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your enemies. I'll see you next time.